today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as that's 888-665-0696.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
This is Paul Feinbaum. That'll do it for me today. Coming up next, The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
T-minus 3, 2, 1, Flash Band the Nation, ignite the fun, let's rock it.
Come out to Toyota Field for the final week of the season for your Rocket City Trash Pandas, September 9th through the 14th. The homestand includes a youth t-shirt giveaway on the 9th, post-game fireworks on the 12th and 13th, and the final game of the season at 1:05 p.m. on the 14th. Get your tickets now for the season finale at TrashPandasBaseball.com.
Let's rock it.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold-certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
There's power in caring when it is put into action. Each year, our bankers serve on nonprofit boards, support our local educators, and volunteer with our hometown food bank. I'm Bobby Humphrey, Vice President of Business Development for Bryan Bank, and community service is just not a line item in our mission statement. It's who we are. Because after all, Alabama is our home too. That kind of commitment to community might not be what you would expect from a bank, but it's exactly what you can expect from us. Give us a call or stop by one of our 2 offices in the Huntsville area and experience unbeatable service and legendary results.
Bryan Bank Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 2428943, member FDIC.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Organizations using Salesforce know how powerful the platform is and how much time, money, and headaches it saves if it's set up right and you know how to use it. Let's face it, Salesforce is complicated and time-consuming to figure out, and a lot can go wrong now and down the road without expert help. That's why most Salesforce users work with an implementation partner like Higher Echelon, so they get the absolute most out of their Salesforce investment. Higher Echelon is a 5-star Salesforce consulting partner who won Salesforce Military Hiring Partner of the Year. President Dr. Joe Ross is retired Army who played and later coached for the cadets. He puts that experience to good use at Higher Echelon, where they pride themselves on hiring veterans. Look, not all Salesforce partners are the same. Don't put your company at risk by going with an inferior partner. Higher Echelon is the trusted partner you can count on to get you up and running and seeing returns on your Salesforce investment in a fraction of the time it would take if you go it alone. Go to higherechelon.com. That's HIGHERECHELON.com to learn more. Go higher and go Army.
Hold your block until the whistle blows.
From SEC Media Days to the National Championship game.
This was a great team win.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. This hour is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
It is indeed a Friday edition of The Drive. I am here for the first time in 2025 here at Bill Washington Stadium. Madison Academy getting ready to take on DAR. Joe Hunk would call them DAR. But DAR coming into town. Now there is according to the National Weather Service, strong to severe storms this evening going to come rolling through. This is updated as of 10 minutes ago from the National Weather Service. The Florence-Russellville area could be effective. Now, the risk is in a category between a 1 and a 5. This is a 2. So it's a low in terms of the risk. But 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock for the Florence-Russellville area. Huntsville-Coleman is 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock tonight. And Fort Payne further east, heading towards the Georgia line, is 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., just putting that out for folks to make sure they plan accordingly in case you're heading out and about for some Friday night lights. Wes Neighbors, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good, Steve. Went to a funeral of an icon today, Ty Samples, who was married one of Milton Cummins' daughters, who Milton Cummins was the mayor of Huntsville and the one that did so much to start what we're now reaping the benefits for. That Ty Samples was one that played basketball at Auburn, and ironically was one of my dad's best friends, and went everywhere with him. And just an end of the era, really. He was 90 years old, and just was my basketball coach growing up. Just gave so much to so many people, and just been paying tribute to him and his great family that he left behind.
Well, I remember certain conversations we had with Coach Dye that when we brought up Ty Samples, what kind of reaction we would get from Coach Dye back in the day.
Yeah, no doubt. And you know, I have a picture with a brother and brother Oliver, and who died earlier this year, and Phil Vest, Dr. Aiken from Huntsville, Ty, my dad, and Benny Nelson, who was the last remaining standing of all that group, and just so the end of an era, really. And it's sad, but I'm happy they had such great lives and did so much for everybody that a lot of people don't even know about, you know.
Sign me up for 90 right now would be my comment to that. That's a full life right there.
90 wouldn't be bad, so that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, last night, once again, Jalen Hurts is still Jalen Hurts. And the Cowboys basically just said, if you're going to beat us, Jalen Hurts is going to beat us. And Jalen said, all right, I'll do it.
Well, yeah, they played cloud coverage, which was they had 3 guys deep, and said, hey, you're not going to beat us this way. And they ran the ball, whether it was Jalen or a host of running backs, really. They got a lead. Of course, they had the big rain delay or storm delay, for lightning, and then nobody scored. It looked like it's going to be in the 40s there for a minute. But yeah,
fourth quarter, nobody scored.
I thought that's the best Dak Prescott's looked in 5 years, though. I think he looked really good. I didn't see the fourth quarter; it got too late for me. You
didn't miss anything. They were just going back and forth.
Well, no, they didn't. They didn't score, and of course they were scoring at will early. Really impressed with the play. Really, truthfully, Steve, I enjoyed that game more than normal. Hated a couple of the fouls that all, you know. Sometimes it was in that, but it wasn't as bad as usual. And I just thought that the play was clean. And I think Dallas is going to win some games if they keep some people healthy. You know, I mean, it's just they're they got to be able to stop the run. But the Philadelphia Eagles line was incredible.
Yeah.
It's just incredible how many Alabama people are on both squads. It's crazy.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, 19 of 23, 152 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. More importantly, 14 carries on the ground, 62 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns for Jalen Hurts.
The things you said is no picks, no turnovers, wins games.
Yep.
I mean, he did everything he needed to do. He didn't push the ball. He's the most unselfish player that I've ever seen, and that team is unselfish, except for the Georgia guy. Well, the Georgia guys had 45 yards in penalties.
Yeah,
So,
they're calling it the Hawk Tua 2025 of the National Football League.
That is so bad. It's so
it?
bad. It's
It really is. Because that's that's exactly what the nation would be talking about today, if not for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I mean, if they'd lost the game, it's all on him. And I just don't get it. I'm just stupid. So,
There's no other way to put it. Yeah.
And how much money is that going to cost him?
Oh,
I mean, they're not going to pay him for that game. 1/16 of your contract for this year. I mean, how much is he making this year? $20 million. So that's how many? That's just stupid. Anyway,
Jalen Carter's salary this year. Let's see here. The approximately $21.8 million.
Yeah, but he got a bonus too.
Oh, he did. He did a little over $1 million.
Yeah, whatever the bonus is. I mean, he signed with that contract. They'll divide that too out of whatever how many years it is. And
that's an expensive loogie.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. Yeah,
I was blown away when I saw it, and I thought I liked the announcers for that game. I thought they did a really good job, and I don't say that much.
That was Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth were in the booth for that one on NBC. And I did listen a little bit last night. Of course, we had the game right here, and Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker did the feed for Westwood One. But I did at least want to play a couple of things. Nick Saban was on the Pat McAfee show earlier today. Well, let's see here. He did talk Alabama, but it's fairly long. It's a 5-minute clip, so I'm going to play that a little bit later. But it's really good information, honestly, about being the coach at Alabama, the power of the bench, and they do kind of roll that into what happened in the national championship game between Tua and Jalen there so many years ago back in 2017. But I'll play that for you later. Just because of how long that clip is. But there was a couple of other things, including Nick Saban saying this about a collective TV deal moving forward. I thought this was interesting.
Yeah, and it's very similar to the way they do basketball for Tier 1 wins, Tier 2 wins, and all that kind of stuff. But I think the second thing is we need to change the metrics of, like, every conference does their own TV. We need to have more of an NFL model, where we have all the major conferences do a TV deal. And just like the NFL, make sure there's a good game on last night. There's a good game on every Sunday that people are going to be interested in watching. And then we would have more good games because only the top 70 teams would play each other. And you have to play those teams. All right, so you got better games to watch, better for the fans, create more revenue for the schools, and it would just be better for everybody. So those two things to me are two things that we need to progress on in college athletics.
So a major TV deal for all the major conferences collectively.
Personally, I don't like that. I've been against that the whole time.
That's why I wanted to play it to see whether or not you waffled on that.
No, I have not waffled on it just because Coach Saban thinks that I don't agree with everything he said. I mean, he didn't win every game, Steve. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he did. So if he did, I'd agree with everything. But I don't agree with that. I think
he won just about he won a good amount of them.
Yeah, no. And he's usually right, but I don't agree with him on this. The second thing, I do agree with him on the way basketball is Tier 1 wins and Tier 2 wins and how that works and how they hold that against it. And I think that's Absolutely the easiest way to do this.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. So we're 50-50 today on agreeing with Coach Saban.
Okay. How about this one?
I don't think that Alabama should be sharing all that they've done in the past, be sharing their revenue with anybody other than a Southeastern Conference team. I don't. I don't think we ought to be sharing our money with the UFC. I don't. Not USC, UFC.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid. I mean, they've worked hard and long and have been playing football a long time and have this brand. Why should people from South Florida be making money on Alabama's brand? Doesn't make sense to me.
How about this from Coach Saban on the relationship between the Southeastern Conference and the Big Ten?
We always talk about that. I never think about it. I just kind of look at the teams, but there is a rivalry there between the Big Ten and the SEC that can't be denied.
Well, that's because, at the end when the college football playoffs being talked about, there's a lot of Greg Sankey coming on going, if you can survive the South, go ahead and do it.
Good luck.
There's a lot of that. And I respect the culture of SEC football, and playing an away game in the SEC is insane everywhere, except for but it is like a real thing. Like, that is a huge part of college ball, is the tradition and the environment and how hard it is to play at places. And it can turn somebody from being a great player into an average player. I agree with that.
Can I have a perspective on this?
You can.
Look,
yes, sir. And you get an ISO cam. Watch this.
I think that the SEC was the SEC because of the culture in the South. There wasn't professional football in the South for a long time, and everybody related to the colleges. Okay, we talked about that before. Well, now that doesn't matter. I mean, kids grew up wanting to go to LSU. Kids grew up wanting to go to Alabama. Kids grew up wanting to go to Georgia. Got the money now. They don't mind going to Ohio State. They don't mind going to other places. So that geographic advantage that the Southeast Conference had may be changing a little bit.
Yikes.
Now with a different culture, with name, image, and likeness and money involved in decision making. And I think that's created a little bit of an edge for the Big Ten.
A little bit of an edge there for the Big Ten out of Nick Saban's mouth.
I agree with him. I think that without NIL, Ohio State didn't win the national championship. Do you agree with that last year?
I do.
Okay.
Heck, I'd agree with that for Michigan as well in the year before.
Yeah, well, they cheated too, really bad, and
they did.
How they didn't take that away, I'm not sure. So, but that all being said, I do. I think NIL has helped the schools with the most money. That's why Texas is doing well, and that's why Georgia's taking a step back too. They can't. Yep. We can't compete with Texas. If they're doing $40 million a year, they're going to have more players on their roster that are better. That doesn't mean they're going to win the national championship, though. But yeah. I was pulling so hard against Ohio State last year, more than normal,
to prevent us.
I wanted them to fail, so people would not want to do what they do. But they didn't, and here we are.
Here we are, indeed. The eyes, at least down here, are in Norman, Oklahoma. What do you think we're going to see, if anything, between Michigan and Oklahoma tomorrow?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
I hope Oklahoma wins. So they're playing in Oklahoma?
They are. It is in Norman.
I hope it's 100 degrees. I'd love to see some melted Wolverines. Yeah.
Well, the current conditions right now is 74 degrees. There's a scheduled high. Is this right? High tomorrow in Norman, Oklahoma. This is from Google, so it's got to be right. 74 degrees is a high. 58 is a low, so you're not going to get your 100 degrees.
No, there you go. They got a shot.
Yep.
I don't know. Yep. It's going to be interesting to see if Oklahoma lives up to the hype. Michigan has players. They're going to always have players. So they're going to be a hard-nosed football team, and you got to play 4 quarters to beat them. So we're going to find out a little bit about Oklahoma this weekend.
Well, something else that we did not talk too terribly much about and Indiana is adopting their SEC schedule this week. Kennesaw State comes into town this weekend. Why am I bringing it up? Kennesaw State lost by a point last week to Wake Forest. 10-9 was the final score. And wouldn't you just, for me personally, wouldn't you just love the Owls?
Wake Forest is horrible.
Yeah.
And of course, I'd love Kennesaw State to beat Indiana, but they're not going to. I mean, Indiana is a good, well-coached team. They're not. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year, but I could be wrong. But Kennesaw State's not going to win that game. But if they do, I'll wear a Kennesaw T-shirt all next week.
Me too. And by the way, I went there one summer for some summer classes back when it was a community college. But even though they are the Owls, it gives me an excuse to play this.
Hey, Owl Nation. This is Coach Kiffin. What an exciting time. Next week is National Signing Day. As we sign some of the best players in America, we need some of the best fans in America. So please join us next week for this exciting season. Come watch the Owls. Have a great year and a championship run, starting with you. Go Owls.
Go Owls.
Go Owls. That's great.
Go
I'll
Owls.
Get that.
Yeah.
The Easter Bunny. Oh, my God. So, Kennesaw State's first year of football was?
Was when?
Last year.
Well, they competed because Coach Dooley, Vince Dooley, was brought on as a consultant when they started the football program. They didn't start till last year?
Yeah. Last year was the first year they played football, I'm pretty sure, because Louisiana Lafayette played them last year. And you can look that up. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure last year was their first year of football.
I thought they'd been playing for maybe about 10 years, but maybe
they
I'm
were
wrong.
Playing at a different level. I'm pretty sure last year was Division I.
They did Big South. They were in the Big South Conference. 2015 to 2021, they were Atlantic Sun. Wait a second, let me take a look at football in particular. But the move up from FCS to FBS
was last year.
Was 4 years ago. It's according to Wikipedia, so that's not the end all be all, but that's at least where I got that quick answer. Was 21 was their first year in FBS. But anyway, what do you want to see out of Alabama tomorrow?
Well, I want to see them get better. I want to see them get after it. Hey, listen, I want them to make the other damn team quit. That's what I want to see. I want to see toughness. I don't care who they're playing. I want them to wish they hadn't taken the field. That was our goal. If I didn't have a defensive lineman wanting to lay down at the end of the game, I thought I didn't do a good enough job. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I want to see out of these guys. I don't want to see a bunch of dancing on the videos and all that. I could care less about all that.
Yeah.
And they need to get better. I want to see them get better. You can say what you want about Auburn last year, which I have, but this year I watched them get in the game. I want to see Alabama get better. I want to see them get better from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. And I want to see the quarterback throw on time. I don't care who it's against. You got to throw on time. 1, 2, 3, throw the damn ball. I don't care if you throw it where a guy can catch it or goes out of bounds. Don't hold it and run around like a damn crazy. You do on third down, but on first and second down, you don't need to be doing that. You put your team in bad positions when you do that. That's what I want to see. I want to see the defense tackle, running the football. When I used to watch Alabama play, there'd be 7 people making the damn tackle. And the other 4 were getting there right when the guy hit the ground. I want to see that. Rally to the ball. I want to see tackles for loss, sacks. I don't care who it's against. It doesn't matter. You're either getting better or you're not getting better. It's time for them to get better.
It is indeed. Wisconsin is next week, then a bye week before you go between the hedges there in Athens to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. I know the only conference game this weekend is Ole Miss and Kentucky. I'm decently interested in that game. What about you,
100%.
Wes?
I got a vested interest in the game.
Yes, you do.
And hotty toddy, I hope Ole Miss does well and does the same. Get better. Get after it. On defense, they're young. They played pretty good last week, made it a bunch of errors, though, and they just need to get better every week, every play. And that's what it's all about. You don't want to peak in week 1, week 2, but you want to get better every game. And that's what Coach Stallings' team was all about. That's what Dabo's teams have always been about. And they're fun to watch. That's what Coach Saban, they always look good usually. They might mess up one game. But it's just it's time. It's time for these young teams to grow up, and it's harder now than it was. No doubt, you don't have the depth. You don't have a guy that's a sophomore that's been there 3 years that's been developing. That doesn't happen anymore, and it's going to hurt a lot of people, and they don't realize it, but it is. And with that all being said, you just got to get better, and I hope the safeties get better for Wesley's sake. So
I bet. Some of the bigger non-conference games is Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech. Of course, that was a big win for Vandy last year up in Nashville. Other big ones we talked about: Michigan, Oklahoma, Arizona State at Mississippi State. I find really intriguing. South Florida at Florida. That's another one that I think will test the gauge there of Florida and Kansas, Missouri.
They're 4 good games, really, that are important for that Southeastern Conference to win.
Exactly.
Interconference games, of course, I want Ole Miss with because I have a vested interest to win. But these other games, I want FCC schools to win, and I want them to win big because that's going to matter. And right now, when you look at it, everybody, you only want 2 teams from the ACC to make it.
Yeah.
Right? But right now,
as good as I thought the ACC had last week, Wes, they were still as a conference. They were 12-5 overall as a conference last week. Losing, Clemson lost, Virginia Tech lost, both SEC schools. Syracuse also lost to an SEC school. North Carolina lost to TCU, and I honestly forgot about Stanford losing to Hawaii, last Thursday, a week ago Thursday.
But all that doesn't matter because Florida State, Clemson, and Miami are all good teams.
They are.
Easily
They are.
make the playoffs. Easy to make the playoffs. And so our conference needs to be dominant from here on out. For any of my schools, I like to have a chance because they're not going to be, obviously, in my opinion, they're not going to be at the top of the conference. But if they start getting better, they could be close. So
the SEC as a whole had 2 losses last week. Alabama and Texas were the losses.
14-2, right? I know, and both away games.
Yep.
And
true road games.
In my opinion, good teams. But I'm just saying that you don't want it hurts the Southeastern Conference if 3 teams from the ACC make it. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm for the Southeastern Conference. I pull for all these teams, and I pull. If the Taliban had a team playing a Big Ten school, I'd have to think about it real hard which one I pull for.
Big Ten also lost 2 games as well in the first week. UCLA losing to Utah 43-10 was that final score for Nico's new squad, and then Tulane just flew by Northwestern 23-3 was that final. All righty, Wes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to all the Go Panthers tonight.
Oh, that's right. It is Huntsville Grissom. You have a favorite memory of Huntsville Grissom? I feel like I ask you that every year, but it is after all the day.
Well, I mean, Grissom had a great team when I was a junior and senior. They were really good. They had Hardy Walker was a tackle, but they had a bunch of other guys really good players. The quarterback was really good. They had Joey Hall, which is a guy that's I think he's the head of the ATF here. So you got to be nice to him still.
I bet you do.
Yeah. Anyway, they had Bill Coggins, who became a Navy fighter pilot, flies for FedEx. So I'm good friends with a lot of these guys that were really good, and they had good teams. So yeah, Grissom was good when I was in school. No doubt.
That is our game of the week, and it should be good tonight. I went over to Moulton Frank, and they were still dressing it up earlier today for that rivalry. That is our game of the week, as Michael Seal and Drew DeArmond will be on the call for that one. All right, Wes, we'll reconvene on Monday. No 3-day weekend this weekend. We'll rehash on Monday.
It sounds good. Everybody have a great week, and hope your teams win, unless you're Grissom High School.
Go Owls.
Go Owls.
Oh, by the way, if you ask someone from the ATF if they have a sampler platter, no, they don't find that funny at all.
I bet not.
I'll take a little bit of everything, please.
All right, I really bet not. I realize we got folks on hold, but if you are on hold, we'll get right to you. Let's go ahead and take our first time out. Crimson Carl, AC, Wolverine Dan, we'll get to you on the other side of our first time out. It's a Pick 2 Friday, at least for the next 30 minutes.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Does it really matter which dealership you plan to buy from? Short answer is yes. Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. Taking a little time to find out about the dealership before you buy can have a big payoff. Customer reviews let you know what others think, and that's good. But industry reviews can tell you even more. Woody Anderson Ford is proud to have been selected as Ford's Triple Crown winner, an award that only 1% of the top Ford dealers in the country are able to earn. This is a big deal, and here's why. Ford's Triple Crown is based on superior customer service, sales excellence, and over-the-top service delivery. And again, only 1% of the top Ford dealers in all of America achieve this goal. Woody Anderson Ford is top of the top. So when it's time to pull the trigger on your next car, truck, or SUV, we'd be honored if you'd give us a chance to show you how we earned our Triple Crown status. Woody Anderson Ford. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money. When the final whistle blows, the conversation is just getting started. Catch the Alabama Football Recap Show with Drew DeArmond and Steve Moulton on 97.7 The Zone. Brought to you by Dreamland Barbecue in Huntsville, proud title sponsor of the Recap Show. Because when it comes to football and ribs, everybody knows ain't nothing like them nowhere. Alabama football, Dreamland Barbecue, the perfect team.
The AVCA Beach Volleyball Pairs National Championships are back in Huntsville this November. 64 of the nation's top pairs in collegiate beach volleyball are hitting the sand in a weekend packed with big serves, wild rallies, and high-flying action. It's fast, it's fun, and best of all, it's free. You don't want to miss the excitement live, so grab your sunglasses, rally your crew, and join us at John Hunt Park Sand Volleyball Courts from November 7th to the 9th.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal. Why is that?
Wes, I'm reminded of a very impactful statement that I heard from Coach Gene Stallings years ago when he talked about big games and little games. He said he didn't like that comparison. He says, because try losing one of those little games. And if you ever do, it ends up being the biggest game all year long. Well, it's the same thing with real estate closings. Every game, every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title. Because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal, and we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence. And when Stan McDonald tells you that a chicken dips snuff, you can look under his wing for the box.
And like Beebs likes to say, there's no doubt about it.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at woodyAndersonFord.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
Coming up at the top of the hour, my conversations that I had with the SEC coaches and the SEC teleconference. So that comes up at the top of the hour. Did talk to Kalen DeBoer, the Alabama perspective on what is not getting transferred all that well in terms of what he sees on the practice field to game time. And that was more or less my question there for Kalen DeBoer. Also spoke to Hugh Freeze about there was a lot of talk, especially in the fall, about this guy calling plays on first down, that guy calling plays on second down, third down, whatever. Worked pretty well there in Waco. Got his perspective on that. Now, your phone calls, front and center. If we have time, depending how long or short of a pregame that the big dog wants there for the Buckhorn game, you might hear a little bit of Trevor Maddich as well in an in-depth conversation. If you want to hear the full conversation, you can either, well, the best place, at least that I can tell folks, is head over to our SoundCloud page, because everything that we do is uploaded on our SoundCloud page, and you just search on SoundCloud 977 ESPN.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to make it easy for everybody. What I'll do is I'll put it on a regular podcast page like we normally do, and I'll just stitch that on the end of this part of the show.
Perfect.
And that way, for your listening convenience, you can sit there and listen to it all the way through and catch up to it after the Buckhorn game and the high school school board show, the Woody Anderson Ford High School football show, powered by Lake Gutters Ace Hardware.
There you go. There you go. And while you're at our website, you can click on the Big Zone deals and maybe enjoy some barbecue, like I had some last night, but also some full moon barbecue is still available for you on our Big Zone deals. So that's what I will be consuming. And then a big thank you as well there to Dreamland Barbecue. Those sold out. They'll be back in about a month. I want to say October 10th. So a little over a month from now, they'll be back in the Big Zone Deal stores. So there you go. Crimson Carl, let's start with you for a Pick 2 Friday. What do you say, Carl?
How are you, Steve?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm up here in Ardmore trying to be a billionaire.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So
Scratch one for me there, buddy.
Yeah. So what are you going to buy if you got $1 billion?
Yes, sir. So what's the Pick 2 today?
The Pick 2. Let's roll with it. Michigan at Oklahoma. Who you got?
Oklahoma.
Vanderbilt is at Virginia Tech. That was a big win for Vandy last year.
Virginia Tech.
And then your tiebreaker is total points combined for Alabama and Auburn to give me one number. So Bama's total against Louisiana Monroe, Auburn's total against Ball State to give me one number.
95.
It is yours, Crimson Carl.
Thank you, sir. I'm not going to hold you up. I know there's
all good. All good. AC, I know you're probably going to go Michigan. Well, Vanderbilt's not playing a Big Ten school, but maybe we can find a way to get Virginia Tech and the Big Ten as well. Hey, how you doing, AC?
Thank you so much for taking my call. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. Well, I appreciate you last week for giving me the contest. This week, moving forward, I'm not going to compete anymore because let's face it, why should I associate with the losers who call your show? My brand is more expensive than their cheap brand. The biggest game everybody should be looking forward to.
By calling in, you're already part of the community, AC. I hate to break it to you.
No, part of your community, not your losers community. They're fat Americans. They don't know anything. They don't work. They're lazy. They're complacent. I mean, you can easily dispose this garbage idiot.
Do you know how many overweight people are according to the BMI? I mean, I don't know who created the BMI, but
it's a lot, most likely. The numbers keep going up all the way to the top. I wonder when it's going to come down into some good exercise. That's what they need. Get on a diet already, for the love of God. Stop with this nonsense, eating like a pig and watching your football, Crimea River. Go watch some hockey or something, or something that's productive. Now, I'm so glad you guys talked about the best conference right now, which is Big Ten. So I'm so glad you guys talked about it. The game that everybody should be watching when Michigan take care of some good business and gets rid of Oklahoma, the Chucklahoma of SEC. So we're going to prove a point why SEC is a second-tier loser. Then you got those casino losers like ATC, Big 12, and all of that. I mean, they offered me contracts, sir. That was cheap. It was garbage, like at McDonald's and Wendy's. So, I mean, what kind of contract are they offering their brown bear tribal chiefs? It makes no sense. But are you guys going to watch Kansas City Chiefs tonight when they maul Jim Harbaugh and that shitty Michigan, Jim Harbaugh? Are you guys going to watch that game tonight?
I got high school football to call. I've got Madison Academy right in front of me taking DAR. So no, I'm fully invested in watching some high school football here tonight.
Well, okay, so you should watch the highlight. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is going to score 5 touchdowns, and probably a cheat code has to be activated. Michigan is a cheater, that's for sure. But again, it has to be a three-peat for Big Ten. So I don't care how much they cheat. This season, I'll give them a pass. But their past championship, it does not count. Watch what happened in November when Ohio State demolishes them. Just watch what happened. And Alabama and Auburn, that rivalry, that's yesterday's news. Have a good weekend, boys. Love you too.
I don't know how Paul Feinbaum does this. 256-576-4977, the telephone number. Wolverine Dan, is he still waiting in the wings? Is he the wind beneath our wings right now?
Dan, you there?
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes. Well, I went to one of your sponsors. We just got back from Corleos.
Oh,
Man, I love that place.
yeah.
Oh, and you're probably loaded up for a nap now.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Well, what'd you roll with? The
chimichangas,
the chimichangas were the last thing that I got from there. It's, I think, the Supreme chimichangas where they give you one steak, one chicken, one shrimp, and one chick. I believe that's. It was really good.
That's our
it was really
backup
good.
go-to, but that's our backup go-to. We usually get the fajitas, Corleos fajitas, and they always got that nice little riblet bone on top. And, you know, if you guys ever had that bone, you ever had bone marrow, you know, from like a steak or something?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that is. It's delicious. But so your previous caller, AC, you know what? He can bring it. There's no doubt about it. Part of what he says is good and the part isn't. But, I'm sure a lot of things I say, some is good, some ain't. But, he does like the Big Ten, so I can't hate him for that. And he's a Michigan man, which I can't hate him for that.
Yeah.
But he likes to stir it up. I mean, I don't. There's really.
Did you hear what? Did you hear what Nick had to say about the? Even Nick went with maybe the advantage that the Southeastern Conference used to have isn't really there now because of this whole paying for players deal and pulling a lot of kids out of the South to head up north.
Well, so let's say address two things. Number one, West Neighbors would rather take the Taliban than the Big Ten. I thought that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Wes, if you're
I
listening,
did too.
That's funny.
No, he said he said
funny.
he would think about it. He said he would think about it.
Well, that's funny right there. Okay, but when you said that to me, there's a lot of parody everywhere, Steve. It's a nightmare for probably people that make a living, put up get sports books and whatnot, because Steve, there's a lot of parody going on right now, and you don't know who's who and what they're going to do. I don't think you're going to see an undefeated team. So for me, I'm not that big of a gambler, so it doesn't bother me as much. But for me, it's entertaining because you really never know what team's going to shock the other team, which we had last week. So, but this week, the playbook was not shown last week by Michigan. We went 3 deep. The bench, we used the bench, and we didn't show a lot of plays to showcase our quarterback. Steve, this guy's.
Well, what do you like about Underwood? What do you like about Underwood?
Well, first off, his ball release is quick. He doesn't take long to let that ball go. He a couple of steps drop, read it, and he reads the field quite fast, and he releases the ball. So therefore, the less time you have the ball in your hand as a quarterback, the better chance you are not going to get sacked. In our running crew, our running backs, one from Ohio State, and actually one that was one of your real good running backs, did really well last week. I like that. And I think the intensity on the offensive defensive line is pretty strong. And that Wink Martindale is a heck of a defensive coach. There's a lot going for us right now. And one of our best players on defense is going to be suspended for the first half. But the second half, he's coming in. I think if this Bryce can control the line of scrimmage and the passes, and then feature his running, because he can really run. He's a big body, 6'4", 240. So we'll see how it plays out. But Steve, I really think Michigan has a very good chance, depending on how loud it is there. I know it's going to get loud, and I wonder how Bryce can handle that. If he can handle that, and the pressure from being in Oklahoma there at their home field, if he can handle that, Steve, I think we can win this game. We're a 4.5-point dog, which I think is the wrong way to go. I think it's the other way. This quarterback's going to show you. I really think this quarterback is all that in a bag of chips. He's what $12 million player, and LSU really wanted him, and he came to us. All the arrows are pointing toward having a very good season this year, and we shut down Ohio State the last 3 years, and this defensive coordinator was our coordinator. So I like where we're at right now. The Connor Stallion thing, I don't even want to get into that, but it is what it is. It's over. And so I'm going to go with this pick here because I don't usually do this, and someone else needs to get on the phone instead of me.
All right. Oklahoma went 6-7 last year. Michigan went 8-5 last season after rolling perfection there in 23. But we'll see how things shake out. All right, Dan.
I'll take Michigan. I'll take Michigan.
All right. Yep. It is yours.
And then the other one?
Vandy, Virginia Tech.
You know what? I'll take Tech.
And then total points combined for both Auburn and Alabama to give me one number.
All right. The year I married my wife.
60.
No, don't do that. Like that old. It's 87, my man. 87.
I'm only messing with you, Dan.
This picture, she's a lot younger than me. All right. Hey, man, I enjoy it, man. Every once in a while, I'm just like, once you stop on over, I got to give you a cup of coffee or a beer.
All right. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'll swing by and say hello.
All right, my friend. It's good talking to you.
Likewise. Yeah, he used to drive around my neighborhood a lot, and I still need someone to mow my grass. Who do we have on the line there, Brian?
Well, I'm not quite sure because in the flurry of phone calls here at Pick 2 Friday, I've lost count. So next caller, you're on. Hello.
This is Swap and Shop.
Hey, this is Cody.
Swap.
Hi, Cody.
How you doing, Cody?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Doing well, thank you.
I'll get on that pick, too, if you don't mind.
You got it. You got it. Michigan at Oklahoma.
The Connor Stallions.
Vandy at Virginia Tech.
I can't go Pavia. Give me the Hokies.
Okay. And then total points combined for Alabama and Auburn.
Is 86 still available?
It is yours, Cody.
For the love of God, I hope Alabama covers the spread. Road Tide.
There it is.
Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
See ya.
Back out to the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline we go.
And this is Keith.
How you doing, Keith?
Good, Steve. How are you?
Doing well.
Steve, I guess I'll just get on pick 2.
You got it. The Connor Stallions bunch or Oklahoma?
I'm going to take Oklahoma.
And Vandy or Virginia Tech?
I guess I have to go with Virginia Tech.
And then total points combined for both Alabama and Auburn?
I'll go 91.
It is yours, Keith.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Keith. Always good to hear from you. A little surprised that we've yet to have a Vanderbilt pick. After all, Vanderbilt did win last year. That game, albeit, was in Nashville and not Blacksburg, but we shall see. 256-576-4977, the telephone number.
Before we go to break?
Yeah, let's squeeze in one more.
All right, next caller, you are up for Pick 2 Friday. Hello.
Hello? Who's this?
Hello.
Hey, you're on the air. What's your name?
This is Scott.
Hey, Scott. How are you?
Sorry about that. Didn't realize I was the next caller. I just want to get on the pick 2.
You got it. Michigan at Oklahoma. Who do you think?
Oklahoma.
And then Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech.
I'll take Vanderbilt.
Total points combined for Alabama and Auburn's your tiebreaker.
Is 83 available?
It is yours, sir. Thanks, Scott.
All right, 83 in honor of the year I met Joey Ray Hall, Wes's friend, one of my fraternity brothers at UNA.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
All right. See you.
Let's go ahead and take our final time out. I'll try to squeeze in a few more comments that Coach Saban made. In fact, one of them is on the OU-Michigan game where they are set up at for game day tomorrow morning. Final call for phone calls on the other side on a Pick Friday.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888
Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Tom Abraham here for my friend Mike Owen at Owen Home Appliance Center. You know it's hot outside, so cool down with an upright or chest freezer in stock at Owen Home Appliance Center. And don't let those beverages get hot. Get an under-counter ice machine with a built-in pump for just $12.99. Or how about a fridge out by the pool or in the garage for extra cold drinks? You can get a scratch and dent 18 cubic foot refrigerator for just $3.49 while supplies last. Go to OwenAppliance.com to learn more. That's OwenAppliance.com.
You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
If hunting and outdoor recreation are your passions, it all starts with the right property. That's where I come in. I am Bo Butler with Southland Realty and Auction, a hunting and recreational land specialist and a Jackson County native who sees land through a hunter's eyes. Just as you trust your guide on a big game hunt, you can trust me to find the perfect property for you. Thinking of selling? Let me help you make your land attract buyers. Remember, Bo knows land. Call me at 256-609-0512.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
Your Fox 54 weather.
I'm Fox 54 meteorologist Emily Owen. A little bit of rainfall, maybe a few thunderstorms in the forecast for this Friday night after about 10 o'clock. Expect to continue to sit under mostly clouds with low temperatures falling into the upper 60s. Heading into Saturday, scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. We'll see partly sunshine with high temperatures warming into the low 80s.
Your Fox 54 weather, only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. The Blitz with Joe Hunk and John Abraham. Weekday morning starting at 9 a.m. on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Inside every snail shell is a tiny disco ball. Disco isn't dead, instead it turns out that it just got small. They've got the boogie oogie all up in
Final
their
call for phone
body.
calls, just to get you up to date on the weather situation. I realize we just got our Fox 54 weather right there, but there is a line of thunderstorms from the National Weather Service radar that I'm looking at right now that's just south of Nashville, and it is supposed to be in our area, at least, again, according to the National Weather Service, in the Huntsville area between 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Hopefully, it'll be closer towards the 11 o'clock side, so that way we can get in our high school football for the night. But our security blanket, no doubt, will be Scott Tyson back in the ranch, as he will once again. Scott does a fantastic job anchoring our scoreboard show. It's
He's
the Woody
already
Anderson
here at work.
Is you really?
Yes, he came in about half an hour ago.
There you go.
The big board is out. The monitors are on. Computer's open. He's working feverishly.
Well, he's also got that big easel in there as well
he's got the
that
big
he
board
started
out.
to use last week.
You know, he's doing pretty good working around that silver medal he's wearing.
Yeah. So, Scott, I hope we don't need too much of your services tonight, but it's nice to know that he's back there in the ranch. It is a Pick 2 Friday. Coming up at the top of the hour, my conversations that I had in the SEC teleconference. And Steve Sarkisian, I thought, was pretty candid with me as Texas looks for a get-better game against San Jose State. Badger Larry is up next. What do you say there, Badger Larry?
Hey, Steve. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, although it does feel a tad bit tropical even out here in Madison right now. So I'm hopeful this stuff is not as bad as it looks on the radar.
Yeah, I'm in Madison. I feel you. You and Wes were doing some serious Big Ten bashing. Good God. Killing it.
Hey, all I was doing. No, wait a second now.
About the Taliban. We got the Taliban.
He was, I think, in just a little, but I would like to believe a little.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I picked them right last week. Bama killed me on all my picks because I did the pick too, but my tiebreaker was only 130 yards off.
Yeah. They had 111 halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we would have just done for the first quarter, I'd have been right there.
Yep.
All right. I'll try to get in for this week.
Who does Wisconsin have tomorrow? That's, of course, next weekend is at
MTSU.
Alabama.
Yeah, MTSU, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You're taking on Derek Mason's squad, and they looked awful in their first game.
Oh, good.
This year. So
good.
Yeah, that may be a good thing there for Fickle and the bunch. Yeah.
Need to get
all
healthy.
right. Michigan at Oklahoma. What do you think?
No, I think Michigan's going to win that thing outright.
And then Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech.
Vandy won last year, right?
They did. In overtime.
Yeah. And BT,
they got it handed to them pretty good by South Carolina, but South Carolina, especially defensively, surprised me a little bit. Where they lost a couple of guys, but they looked they didn't allow a touchdown. So
okay. Well, I'm gonna go Virginia Tech at home, man.
Okay. All right. And then your tiebreaker is total points for the Tide and Tigers.
For both teams?
Yes.
Let's go with 47.
It is yours. Thank you, Larry.
Probably not too many people picked against the SEC on both games, have they?
A couple.
Really?
Dan, Cody, and you. Yeah, a handful.
Okay.
Thank you, Larry. Let's go light. Let's go lightning around here as we're winding things down. Carrie, you're up next. You want to hop on pick two? Carrie. Yes, sir.
I'm here. Yeah,
hop on pick two. Michigan at Oklahoma.
I'm taking the Sooners.
And then Vandy at Virginia Tech.
Vandy.
Total points for the Tide and Tigers.
87.
It is yours. All right, Nick.
Appreciate you, Steve.
Thank you, Carrie. Nick, close us out. Michigan at Oklahoma. Are you there, Nick? Apparently, Nick has left the building.
That's kind of anticlimactic.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Be sure and download our app because we've got a ton of high school football going on tonight, including our game of the week features Huntsville and Grissom over at Moulton Frank Stadium. I'm on the call here from Madison Academy taking on DAR.
Does it really matter which dealership you plan to buy from? Short answer is yes. Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. Taking a little time to find out about the dealership before you buy can have a big payoff. Customer reviews let you know what others think, and that's good. But industry reviews can tell you even more. Woody Anderson Ford is proud to have been selected as Ford's Triple Crown winner, an award that only 1% of the top Ford dealers in the country are able to earn. This is a big deal, and here's why. Ford's Triple Crown is based on superior customer service, sales excellence, and over-the-top service delivery. And again, only 1% of the top Ford dealers in all of America achieve this goal. Woody Anderson Ford is top of the top. So when it's time to pull the trigger on your next car, truck, or SUV, we'd be honored if you'd give us a chance to show you how we earned our Triple Crown status. Woody Anderson Ford. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is SportsCenter.